Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. This is Drew Titan Bronx on deck with my man, New Fat Boy Fitness. What's good, family?
What's happening, man? What's up? Shout
Yo,
out to the
man.
LDBC.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, we gonna do things a little different. I know we had a major fight this weekend, but everybody in the LDBC's talking about it right now. So, we're gonna let them talk about it. What I'm gonna do is, on my show, I'm gonna focus more on the health aspect, and things we need to do to stay healthy. I have a interesting story to tell. And I'm sure many people do. Uh, but just to touch on, I got to touch on some boxing just a little bit. I
Oh
just
yeah.
read that Errol Spence just sent out a tweet that basically he had no nutritionist. He wasn't with Blu-ray this time around, and he had to drop like 25 pounds. And although he still mixed it up with Sean, he was actually playing with fire because he didn't train properly. Um, Basically, that's a recipe for disaster. Um,
Right.
he could have fucked around and lost, man. That's bad. That's a bad look. So that's what we're gonna focus on. You gotta, if you stay ready, you ain't gotta ever get ready.
Right.
So I am Drew Titan. Of course, that's not my government name. Um, Basically, my past, um, I was overweight pretty much all my life. I was overweight all my life. Like since puberty began. I started getting taller. I was getting heavier than most of my friends. My genetic makeup was is very difficult when you go through these body changes. There's a lot of things going on that you really can't explain. Your body starts going through these changes, and you try and compensate that with sports. I was a little bigger than a lot of my friends. So what do you do? Football. You know what I mean? Everyone's, oh, you look like a football player. So what do? You start playing football, start wrestling and boxing. Pretty much, that sport pretty much saved my life. You know, um, I was overweight as a child, and things was getting crazy. You know, um,
Mhm.
and I maintained that all the way up into my adulthood. I'm gonna be 44 years old in November, and I will say in this last year, actually not the last, I say the last 2 years, I had a health scare and I had to really like get it together. So, when you see me posting on Instagram and on Facebook or whatever have you, that's me pretty much celebrating my new life and helping people, motivating people to do the same. So new fat boy, what's your story?
Shoot, I got a similar story, bro. Like, I'm 42, actually. You know what I'm saying? I'm 42 years old,
Hmm.
and I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? Naptown in the building. But as a kid, now I was a pretty active kid. I played the sports. I wasn't overweight or nothing. As a
Hmm.
kid, all through high school or whatever. When I got out of high school, I went to the Army. So,
Hmm.
you had to be somewhat fit, you know what I'm saying? We worked out every day. But after my little 3 years in the Army, got out,
Hmm.
man, I was like I was gaining 10 pounds a year, man, for
Right,
like
right.
for the next 10, 15 years, man. Next thing I know, I mean, it just happened so fast. Didn't really realize it. Just instead of losing the weight, I just kept upgrading the sizes. You know what
Right.
I'm
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
saying? And DX, going to DXL wasn't it's getting a little expensive.
Yeah. I know,
Trying
brother.
to,
I know.
but nah. Then I had my little health scare myself, man. Well, actually, my sister, she a couple years older than me. She had a stroke when she was like 38. And she's a big
Oh.
girl, you know what I'm saying? She had like a stroke, man. It really messed her up. And then, like right as she going through her stuff, my dad, diabetes, you know what I'm saying? He lost
Right.
his eye,
Oh boy.
uh, both of his legs cut off, and right now he on dialysis and stuff. And then, at the time I'm like 35, 36, 36, and I'm like, man, I gotta, I'm direct descendant, I'm writing bloodlines, everything, same thing's happening to them. Then I had a daughter in 2012,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm sitting here fat, diabetes.
Mm.
Something got to change, man. So that was my scare. You know what I'm saying? My scare was basically with my baby girl. I'm looking at my baby girl. It's like, oh man, I can't just die like that. He can't go out like that. I gotta go out trying. So I just try to reverse it, man.
Right, right, right.
Yes, sir.
Listen. My daughter is 9 years old, and you know, the later part of my life, I was suffering in silence. You know what I mean? And I'd be sick, and I just wouldn't say anything. I just go ahead
Yeah.
to work, and pardon me, I got these allergies. They're crazy, But I would go to work, get sick, and wouldn't say anything. I work for transit. I drive a bus, and it's not cool being on a bus not feeling well. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I had high blood pressure. I was diagnosed with that back in 2002. Um, and I got really sick, and then I found out I was pre-diabetic, and that was alarming because I didn't know. I didn't know. My blood pressure was so bad that I could eat a 25-cent bag of Doritos and I'd have a headache for the whole day. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? And it was bad, man. Let me tell you about like when I listen. It got so bad. I had a conversation with my primary care physician, and let me tell you what she told me. I had a situation, and she came in the room and she just told me flat out. She said, "Listen, if you don't change your lifestyle, you're gonna die in like 5 years." And my father's father, of course, I never met him. He died when my grandfather, my father's father, died when he was 36,
Whoa.
and my father was only like all of 8 years old when that happened. And I said, "Shit, man, that's my genetic makeup. That's definitely my genetic makeup. So I'm gonna go out like that because I can't put down a cheeseburger." You dig what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? So it's like you say to yourself, come on, I got a wife, I got a child, you know, I gotta make a change. You dig?
Yep.
So I decided to make a change right there. Well, first of all, let me be completely honest. I came home and sat in the bathroom and I cried because salute Miss Boxing, salute Nitty G. I came when I went to the bathroom. I cried because not only was I sad, but I was angry because I knew better. You know, in my 20s, I was always athletic. I'm sure you heard it. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
fast for your size.
Yeah, I
You
heard it.
fast for your size. I was always I play ball. I was always able to ball out. I was Escalade before Escalade got popular. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I said, I was nice with my hands in the gym. You know, never did anything on the amateur level. Never went pro, of course. But I like boxing in the ring. I used to, get guys ready for the gloves, and I have fun in there. But what happens is, as you get older and your metabolism slows down, my metabolism was slow as it is. So things slow down, and things get rough. And I came home and I was so angry with myself because I knew better. You dig what I'm saying? So once I straightened it up, I had to sit down and I wrote down what my diet was like. Now, they say we're not supposed to have more than maybe 2,000 calories per day. And the rule of thumb is if you eat 2,000 or less, you gotta lose weight. You understand what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
wrote down what I ate in a day. Now let me tell you one day in particular. And I sat down and I said, holy shit, I'm finna kill myself. One day in particular, I get up out of bed. Yo, salute, Shadow 979, salute. I get out of bed. Uh-oh, screen went out. Hold on. Okay. I get out of bed and I'm hungry, of course. And I go for the cereal. My favorite cereal, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. E Woodson, what's up? So my big ass, I'm eating a whole box of that shit. So I pour in the bowl half of the box. Throw some milk in there. I eat the whole thing. A boy calls me up, yo, we gonna go play ball, da 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 da. Boom. All right, so I'm eating the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, right? I go out, go play ball, work up a sweat, right? You think I burn it off, right? What do I do after that? We go up to the pizza shop, 2 beef patties with cheese. 2 beef patties with cheese. All right. What do I do? A fruit punch, Arizona. Throw that back. Chopping it up with my fellas. Now it's like, all right, yo, what we gonna do? All right, we're gonna go to the store, we're gonna get some clothes. So now we walking around the mall. I get a slice of pizza. And I'm just
Right.
snacking. That's just snacking. You know what I'm saying? Then I go home, right? My fat ass want to eat 3 sandwiches. Three sandwiches. Now you think that's not hurting because it's like little sandwiches. You eating that. Boom. So now my boy's like, all right, yo, we want to go to the club or the titty bar, whatever the fuck. So now I go hang out with them, right? Before I leave, I eat again. Wife don't cook some peas and rice, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, some stewed chicken, whatever.
Hmm.
I throw that down. You go to the bar, you hang out, 3 Coronas, 3 Coronas, right? And I'm not even a drinker like that. 3 Coronas, right? You leave the club at 3 a.m., you hungry. Ain't nothing open but White Castles out here. Now, Pete,
Hmm.
10 cheeseburgers, 10, 10
Oh, dog.
cheeseburgers with extra ketchup, a sack of chicken rings, and a
Mm,
big old high C pink lemonade.
mm.
Now, in about 24-hour period, the time that I've been awake, I had to have consumed about 8,000 calories.
That's crazy.
And then I wonder why I get a headache, my heart be pounding. You understand? What do? No big deal. I'll just pop one of my blood pressure medications and I'll be all right. This was the behavior that I would do for years. This was my behavior. And I ballooned up to like fucking, my heaviest was 384 pounds. That was my heaviest. And when I sat down and I wrote all of that shit down and I said, yo, this woman just told me I'm gonna die. And I'm like, what's she talking about, man? I don't eat that much because I eat when I'm hungry. Really? Quantity, quality. You dig what I'm saying? I was
Dude, I can
killing
relate.
myself. Bro, I'm being brutally honest right now. So, for those cats that look at me on Instagram flexing and shit, you need to understand I came a long way, man. Keep scrolling. And there's a before and after picture. That's what I tell people. Keep scrolling. That's why I like you put up the picture, the flashback pictures.
Yeah.
Bro, I totally relate. I totally relate.
Yep.
I tell people, keep scrolling. So that was my old diet, man. That's how I used to. What about you?
Man, it's a similar story, man. I was working like a third shift, or it's like I work in it's like a swing shift, so we didn't get off until like 3 in the morning. Now I've been
Uh-huh.
eating all day, eating all type of crap. You know what I'm saying? Like before, my average day would be something like I get up in the morning, I eat a big old bowl of cereal too. You know what I'm saying? Then I grab my lunch, whatever we have for leftovers from the night before. Now I pack my lunch. I'm gonna eat that while I'm
Right.
at work. You know what I'm saying? That's getting eaten. But on the way to work, I might stop at Wendy's, get about, you know, I might get a double with cheese. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
go on and supersize it with large Coke. You know what I'm saying? That's a little snack on my way to work.
Listen, yeah, I got you. I feel
You
you.
know what I'm
I feel you.
saying? And then, like you said, after work is over, it's 3 in the morning. Ain't nothing open but White Castles where I'm at too, or
Hmm.
now, well, McDonald's be open 24 hours out here too. So so I will stop. If it's a McDonald's, I get the double quart, whatever the big burger was on any menu is what I was getting.
Right.
and
Right.
and when it was all said and done, I had went from, I mean, nice cut up when I was 21, right out the army. I'm 180 pounds solid, you know what I'm saying, ripped. And at 36, 340, 350, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
It's like, man, what,
Yeah.
what the hell did I do to myself?
Yeah.
And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. They gave me the metformin pills. I ain't good
Ah.
with take, I ain't good with taking pills at all. And, I had the high blood pressure pills. My wife's a nurse, so
Mm.
good. One day she just checked my blood pressure, and then she said, "Do that again." You know what I'm saying? I don't remember what the number was, but it was like
Mm.
two. It was like 260, 270 over something.
Oh my
And
God.
then so we Googled it. She said, well, first she said we need to go to the hospital, and I was like, for
Right.
what? I'm like, for what? She said, because you're gonna die. And I'm thinking she joking. And then I Googled it. I Googled my number. I said high like blood pressure, 270 over one something.
Oh
And
shit.
then it said seek medical attention immediately. That's what it says. So that's the type
Yeah.
of lifestyle I was living, man. And I had to cut all of that out.
So that was
Definitely.
that was around the time when you decided like enough was enough.
Right, right. And
All
I
right.
was more aware. I was more aware, you know what I'm saying? So then I started watching little fitness videos on like YouTube, so at
Right.
least I'm still not totally working out, but I'm looking at the cats, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Cats out of LA, CT Fletcher and them
PT
boys.
Fletcher. Yeah. That's my
Oh
dude.
man, he the most motivating cat I ever seen in my life, man.
I will meet that brother. I'm telling you. I will meet
Yeah,
that brother one day.
yeah, I'm looking at his videos and stuff and seeing what they do. And then I actually really start going to the gym and you know, and it just I started off just doing little elliptical. That's all I
Right.
could really do. Get
Hmm.
on that elliptical, go 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I kept pushing myself. Next thing I know, I was going about 45 minutes, hour.
Right.
You know, that's okay. I'm a upgrade to the treadmill. I get on there, walk around. I can't go that long, but you know what
Right.
I'm saying.
Right.
But that's how it started for me. You know what I'm saying.
So what was the most difficult thing like when you began to change your lifestyle? Like what was the most difficult thing as far as exercise and the new diet, the cravings, like what was the most difficult thing for you like when you began to change?
I think it was just me being my own way. Like I'll give you an example. Like I do a whole. So now I'm eating healthy at work, right? So I try to eat. I eat healthy. I did everything I was supposed to do. I even saved like an apple, like around just in case I got hungry. Okay, I got something to eat just in case I get hungry. Eat that. I leave, and then I leave work. I get off on the exit. They go White Castles. They go Taco Bell. And I'm just calling me. They go Taco Bell right there. Uh, I go on and do it. I don't know why I'm doing it. And then when I'm eating, I'm feeling guilty. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
man,
yeah,
like
yeah,
what am I doing? But I still eat that shit. But you know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, what am I doing? So it's like I was wasting my own little workout. You know what I'm saying? I did all that stuff and just ruined it at the end of the night. So the
yeah.
hardest part for me, I would say the hardest part for me was locking the diet down to where, uh, or eating enough to where I wasn't hungry. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the night. So,
Right.
or I even stopped getting off on certain exits to go another way just so I can just make it to the crib. 'Cause
Yeah,
everything
man.
worked. Everything works.
Yo, man, I'm surrounded over here, man. We got a Burger King, McDonald's. We had a Checkers. Um, it's something else now. We got everything around here, man. I mean, I was born in '75, man. If we had McDonald's back then, that was like once a month, like a treat. Now it's everywhere. So
Yeah,
they make that shit accessible to us, man. It's horrible, man. And
yeah,
as I've gotten older, own money. So you ain't gotta ask your mama to buy none of that stuff no more. You can
right.
just run out and get it. And that's bad because I was getting it, man. I was getting it, man. It was just bad, man. So the hardest part for me was just stop consuming all of that shit. And what I realized after because I started to do a little bit of research. Now my disclaimer is I'm no expert. I can only tell people always ask what I do. I just can share what I did, and the shit wasn't easy, man. First of all, I no longer eat rice. I no longer eat pasta. I no longer eat bread. And I gotta tell you, that is the closest thing I'll ever know to what a recovering drug addict. That's the closest I'll ever know, because 5 days after I stopped it, I was sitting in my living room shaking, literally Parkinson's, and I like legit like 1 in the morning had to get dressed and take a walk outside, like legitimately,
Hmm.
and it was bad. But I stuck it through. In those first 2 months, I lost about maybe almost in 2 months, I lost about 30 pounds. And that was diet alone. I doubled up on the vegetables. I still eat, chicken, I still maintain some proteins. Um, I only do about maybe 100 to 150 grams of protein a day. But I double up on the green vegetables. I don't eat. See, all of that stuff, the rice, the pasta, the bread. First of all, I didn't know there was that much sodium in bread. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
And, I would eat a sandwich and it's like, wow, white bread, this is giving me a headache. Why? The cold cuts are bad. And the bread had a lot of sodium, like 130 milligrams of sodium. You're not supposed to consume more than 2,000. Well, I have high blood pressure, so I'm not even supposed to be doing that much in a day. So I don't consume it anymore. I might have a rice cake, you know what I mean? And call it a day, you know. But that was the hardest part. But once I got all of that stuff out of my system, I found myself not needing it. I didn't need it. And now it's more of a lifestyle for me. You know, I I do cheat. I don't have I'm not hard on myself. You know what I mean? I have like what? My wife makes an apple cobbler, and I find myself not wanting to eat the whole goddamn pan by myself anymore. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
I can have a little slice of it, and I don't know, maybe like a little cup of chocolate milk or something, and I'm all right. You know, and my mindset has changed to the point now. I'm always thinking about the gym. I'm always thinking about the gym. Like, what am I gonna do? I've developed a newfound love because I used to hate jumping rope. Now I love it. I love it again. And I just jump rope, and I bring a rope with me to work, have it in my bag. Like when I have some time, I'm skipping rope in the street. People think I'm crazy. Look at this goddamn bus operator jumping rope on the corner. Yeah, why are you not jumping rope? I asked you to
Right.
jump rope with me. You know what I mean? So everything is every sometimes I crave certain things, but the best thing that ever happened to me was that doctor telling me that, because I just remember that scared the shit out of me. And that scared the shit out of me when the doctor says, yo, look, 5 years you keep doing what you're gonna do, you're gonna die. I'm like, what?
Yeah, right,
Yo,
right, right.
really? Die. Not get sick, not have a stroke. She said die. Like not have a stroke or heart attack and recover. No, she said die. I'm like, oh man, well, since you put it that way, I mean, that's real. So that's how I curb those cravings, man. Because everything bad, I like. I used to love
Yeah.
Doritos. I used to love cheesecake, strawberry cheesecake. I had a slice recently,
Mm-hmm.
but now I can control having one slice and keeping it moving. You know what I mean? What was your favorite
Uh,
cheat foods?
shoot, my cheap foods. I like those with them little Hershey bars. I know they ain't good for you. You ain't supposed to eat that shit, but I gra I grab the one with the almonds, the Hershey bar with the almonds. I love that thing, man.
Oh
So
wow,
I
yeah,
get one.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I grab one of them. The grocery store. I mean, at the gas station, it'd be like two for $2 and like 22 cents. So
Right,
I'll get that for the whole week and I put it in the refrigerator and I break off a little section of it time to time throughout the week, so I don't feel like I'm missing out on nothing. You
right,
know what
right,
I'm
right, 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 right. Yeah, yeah. Listen, that's another thing. When I keep some of the cheat stuff in the fridge, it lasts a whole lot longer. Because before, the cheat stuff only lasts but a day.
saying? You're right.
Now they'll literally, like, I got some ice cream in there. It's been there, must have been there for about 6 weeks now. 6 weeks. And I swear to God, I only know it's there because I saw it by accident in the freezer last night. I said, "Oh, I thought I finished this." No,
Right.
it's just sitting there. I'm not sitting around thinking about it. It's like when I see it, I'm like, "Oh, I want that." Then I might take 2 bites, and I'm like, "All right, I'm good." You know. So that's a good look. That I believe that's because I got all of the sugar,
Yeah.
that sugar out my system, and that was another thing. When I had the health scare, I found out in the hospital that I was pre-diabetic. Right, those two
Hmm.
months when I lost the first 32 pounds, the pre-diabetes went away.
Yeah, that's crazy, ain't it? The same thing happened to me, man. After I did well, after a whole year, it took a year. It probably happened way before then, but I did my blood work from just one year to the next, and doctor was like, "Hey, I don't know what you're doing, but keep doing it because don't take those pills no more." He totally stopped the blood pressure pills and the metformin, and all I was doing, I took a little, I had watched a little, uh, I was watching some like side net of TV or something, and they had it was like the mega greens. So I had bought some of the little mega greens and little sea moss here and there, and I mean, little, as far as little herbs and stuff, that shit worked, man. Or if it didn't work, I thought it did. It could be a little placebo effect, but drinking that water, getting rid of that sugar, not eating, not consuming that much sugar. All that stuff helped, man. I ain't got no diabetes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
It's
man.
gone.
That's huge. That's huge, man. That's huge, man. So let me talk to you about exercise. What works best for you?
Um, I do a lot of well, when lose right now, I'm kind of like transforming back into because I had lost a lot of weight, but now I want to get bigger and stronger. So I'm kind
Right,
of I'm starting to actually lift a little heavier now. But to lose the weight, man, 40-pound dumbbells was probably the heaviest I did. I do a lot of workout with dumbbells, high
right,
reps. I
right,
do a lot of squats, deadlifts. I mean, that was my thing, man. Like squats, deadlifts, and multiple supersets of any and everything, man. And I just tire myself out because I found that I don't need to even get on this treadmill. Like the machines, I don't even mess with them no more. I get my cardio doing squats. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
get the
yeah, yeah,
car.
yeah.
I'm sweating. I feel like I done ran sprints. You know what I'm saying? Just messing around with dumbbells and just little weights here and there. Just keep it moving. So I do a lot of supersets. But like I said, I'm starting to switch it up a little bit now because at first I didn't care about the look of the muscles and stuff, but I kind of want that shit now.
Yeah, yeah. You listen. Once you start changing, I'm gonna tell you what
Yeah,
happened to me. One day, I was in the gym, right? I'm changing, and my boy, we just talking, like we always do. We talking about what we gonna do later that day, and he looks. He says, "Yo, man, the work is paying off." So, yo, scrapbook, what's good? Scrapbook boxing in the house. So I look in the mirror, and I said, "Oh shit, I ain't seen my abs since I was like maybe 14." So I hung out with my boy that day, but the gym around my waist 24 hours. So when I dropped him off, I went home and changed, and I went back to the gym. Now, how do you
right.
get those abs to show? You work them, and my boy D told me it starts in the kitchen.
Yep.
Okay, so that the cardio, the ab work in the kitchen. So I just been working on. So the six pack is there now. Now it's there.
Yeah.
You know, I got some cosmetic things, but that's another show I'm gonna discuss later. The cosmetic part of it.
Yeah.
But um, I want the women to tune in for that. I want the women to tune in for that conversation. But now everything's falling into place. I mean, so much to the point where maybe next summer I might compete on a stage for the 40 and over crew. That
Hmm.
I have some connections with people that are involved in things like that. So I might do it. I told them I still got some work that I want to do. I need my lats to come out a little more. I need my lats to pop. My arms is there. Six
Hmm.
pack is there, but my obliques ain't where I want them to be. I need that teardrop in the legs. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I need the teardrop to be a little
Yeah.
bigger. You know, um, you know,
Yeah. When you see it,
they
you know what I'm
just
saying. When you start to
personal
see
things.
it. No, just saying
Yeah,
when you start to
man.
see it, you're like, wait a minute, let me. Yeah, yeah, I'm about to put in some more work.
Yeah. Put in some more work. I went right back. I went right back to the gym. I put in more work, and that's how I've been living. See, but the look. I mean, if people want to run to the gym for the look, then go to the gym for the look. But my look is just a byproduct of me changing my lifestyle. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Hustle Slim, salute, man. You're a byproduct of the work that I put in. And Miss Boxing, thank you. Thank you, baby. Miss Boxing, thank you. That show's coming soon. Um, that's just a byproduct of the work we're putting in. So when I post on Facebook, it's not the show, everybody knows me. Look, I mean, and I'm talking about cats that have known me years old. They know what I used to look like to what I look like as an adult right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know how they used to look. I know how they used to look. They some of the cats that I've grown up with, they've been skinny all their life, and now you look at them now, you're like, oh shit, damn,
Yeah.
with their metabolism was super, super fast growing up, and I ate the same shit, me different. Now they killing themselves, but now they're asking me, yo, you, and it's like, wow,
Right. It's a change. Yeah,
it's
'cause it happens to me every day. You know,
every day.
people,
You see, you know
people.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Because me, I just do me. I go in the gym and I just do what works for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And people, you know, it's like you could actually make money doing this stuff if you was to charge people for all the the little knowledge. But I don't even feel comfortable. I tell people, hey, just come work out with me. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But hey,
Right.
the amount of people that
I've been
ask is
talking
it's
about.
amazing. I mean, I would I don't go one day without at least five people saying something to me about or just coming up to me giving me a testimony. Hey, bro, I saw your video, and man, I lost 10
Yes.
pounds, or you know what I'm saying. I'll be like, oh, salute, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Salute.
man. It's a good feeling, man. It's a
And
really good feeling. I mean, I'm at work and I'm just standing on the corner, waiting for the bus to pull up. This guy comes up and says, "Do you compete?" I looked at him like, "What?" He said, "Do you
right,
compete?" And he went like this, "Do you compete?" And I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no." He said, "Oh man," he said, "You look great." And I'm like, "Wow, I was just standing there minding my business." But it's a good feeling because he went into Dunkin' Donuts, came out with a fucking donut and says, "Yo, I need to go to the gym and stop eating this shit. What gym do you go
right,
to?" And a complete stranger, I just started telling him, "Yo, look, I've been there. You know, it's not easy." I just gave him a little pep talk. 5 minutes is all it took,
yep,
and hopefully that I changed his life. Hopefully, you
right.
know.
And you don't even be trying to, man. I know you got to get to your next segment, but I gotta say this, man. Um, I'm at work. I'm bullshitting on my phone, man. I get a inbox on from Instagram, and some dude who been following me. He told me he'd been following me for over a year, but he noticed that I wear every once in a while. He said he noticed I either have on my Pacer gear or my Colts gear. So he's like, "Hey, you a Colts fan?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, he said, "You want to go to the game?" So, that's kind of weird, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's
It's like, yeah, that's weird. I was like, it's cool, whatever. And he over the year, I noticed he kept he liked my posts. He always comment on my posts or some shit. So the other day, like I said, I'm bullshitting on my phone. He texted me, he was like, "Hey, what you doing Sunday?" And I was like, "Shit, I gotta work." And he was like, "Well, I was gonna offer you my game tickets." Oh well shit, I ain't gotta work then. You know what I'm saying? And so he sent me I get a little link from Ticketmaster, download the tickets, everything legit. I ain't thinking nothing about it. I get my homeboy, we go to the game. Soon as we get in the arena, I'm looking at the tickets. Oh shit, we going down, man. We on like the 17th row. Uh
wow,
yeah, I mean, yeah, we in some, some expensive seats, man, and and that's just from some. And then so when I'm thanking the dude, he said, "No, man, thank you." He said, "I done lost 40 pounds." He told me I inspired him to uh to lose weight. That's the least he could do for me. I was like, "Oh,
wow,
that's what's up, man." He wouldn't even
wow,
take, because when I saw where we was at, I was like, I'm thinking we gonna be in the nosebleeds. I'm happy. I'm just happy to be there. You know what I'm saying? And nah, we down here, we down here on 17th row, you know what I'm saying, from the field. So,
right,
but in a nutshell, he told me that something that I done, which I don't, I don't aim out to inspire people. I shoot the videos for, for my family, for my, friends and
right,
stuff. I shoot the video, but just to know that I inspire somebody, make me feel good, make me want to do more. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
So,
Same thing, man. Same thing. I got some followers on the gram that I really don't even know, but They've DM'd me and they're like, yo, man, how do I do this? How to do that? And I'm just telling them, and I always give out the disclaimer, I'm no pro, but here's what works for me. The cats hit me up like, yo, you a personal trainer? I'm gonna fuck around. I'm gonna go get my license though. I'm gonna do that.
Right.
I'm gonna do that because I feel like not guilty, but I feel funny giving advice because as far as exercise, I gotta tell you, outside of a bench press or a squat, no one has ever asked for my advice, or maybe in a boxing ring, no one's ever. That's always to me. Did I lose you?
I mean, I couldn't hear you, but I got you though. I don't know if you can hear me,
No, yeah, the screen went
but I'm here
out
now.
for a second. Yeah. You know, so off of the seeing artists, you know, it's new territory for me. It's new territory. It's all good, and it's so we refresh when people you can assist in doing that. I finally like I can say that I know what that is. Stood that within the last year and a half. I never understood it until fairly recently in life. I'm like, wow, you know, a lot of people want to come to the gym now. Most don't show up, but I always put the video up when I'm there. You know, that's what the
Right.
45 for 45 is about. I always bang those push-ups out, and for those that can't do it, I do it for them. You know what I mean? I do it to
Yep.
motivate, man. You know, I tell cats all the time, come to the gym. I ain't gonna charge you no bread. You know, I'm trying to set the trend, man. You know, we love boxing, you know, but what do we always say when a boxer shows up and they're not in shape? They're gonna get their ass kicked. You
Right.
understand? So, you know, if I can motivate everybody in the LDBC to at least stay in some kind of good shape, you know,
We we
we
ain't
we
getting our
we
ass
we,
kicked.
we ain't getting our ass kicked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, we judge these guys because we're fans. We judge these guys, but who are we to judge if we ain't living like that? You understand what I'm saying?
Oh
You
yeah, I
know,
got you.
I'm not going to talk reckless about, like for instance, Errol Spence. He openly admitted that basically he said he wasn't really in the best shape of his life when he fought Sean. But if he lost, he might have had to keep that shit to himself because then I'd be like, yo, Errol, come on now, no excuses, man. He
Right.
won, you know what I'm saying? And Black Fight Fan said it he said it this morning when he put out his video. He said, you know, there was something wrong with him. Now, I didn't want to speak that, but I am a fan of bodybuilding, always been. And when I looked at Errol, I mean, to the untrained eye, you could look at him and say, okay, he's a slender kid. He got a six-pack. He looks like he's in shape, but I did see little differences. But I didn't want to speak anything into existence. I didn't
Right.
want anyone to accuse me of saying, okay, if Errol lose, I don't want you to say he wasn't in shape. Well, he won, but even in the win, he said he wasn't in shape. In the best shape. He wasn't in his best shape, is what I'm saying. So I said all that to say this. We're boxing fans. It's not going to harm us to stay in shape, man. Listen, for all of those that are listening, I almost killed myself because I like cheeseburgers, man. Almost killed myself. I legit almost killed myself. The doctor told me, change or you'll be dead within 5 to 6 years. That was enough for me, man. That was enough. You know what I mean? And I had to make a choice. Cheeseburgers or my daughter. Cheeseburgers or my wife. Cheeseburgers or the rest of my family. I mean, I think it's pretty clear. I think
Right.
it's very, very, very clear. You know, so that's like really it's important to my life, man. It's really important to my life, man. My favorite exercises. All right, when I get to the gym, the first thing I do is I jog a mile. I got my mile down. The best time I did was 7:36. It took me 7 minutes 36 seconds to jog a mile. You know, when I'm feeling just like bullshitting, I do nothing past 8:04. So my cardio's way up.
Mm-hmm.
Then I do what I call the gauntlet. Now the gauntlet is something that if you go to what was it, Blu-ray?
Oh
Or was
yeah,
it
with Black
the
Fight Fan
push-ups
when they
to the
the
dip,
push-ups.
the
Woo!
push-ups, the dips, to the pull-ups? Yeah. I
Yep.
do I do it all the way up to 12 now. I do it all the way up to 12 now.
Mm,
Um, I do that after I jog. Then I jump rope for 4 rounds. And
mm,
then after those 4 rounds, I I practice my tricks for like about maybe another 10 minutes. Then I hit two body parts. Chest, triceps, back, biceps. Right? Leg day is twice a week. Um, I'll do the front and then I'll do the back. I'm gonna hit the legs a little harder, but certain body parts like my arms grow fast, my chest grows fast. I'm focused. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. I do abs every day. Abs on the way out
yeah,
the door.
yeah. I was told that's one muscle that you can hit every day. I pretty much hit
Yeah,
everything every. I hit my back was really fat, man. So I really focus on my back and my my arms, shoulders.
right,
But I don't hit everything hard every day. But I kind of you know, touch a lot every day. But that's what works for me.
right, right. Yeah, yeah. That listen, that doesn't help. I mean, that doesn't harm. That doesn't harm. If you could touch everything, I know a guy. Yeah, he does a full body. Well, he's a retired. He used to do those decathlons. The
Hmm.
guy's like 60, but I'm gonna try and get him on a show actually. But the guy is like in like ridiculous shape, ridiculous shape. Um, and he does like a little bit of everything every day. He doesn't focus on one thing. See me, I'm trying to like to actually get on the stage soon.
I
So
got you. You got to
I
focus
know,
on that body part.
yeah, I can't drop in my quad. My calves, I need them a little bulky. My calves used to be really nice, but they shrank a little. So now I gotta build it's all symmetry. You know that. It's all symmetry,
Yeah.
so I gotta focus on that. My waistline gotta be a little tighter, my lats gotta be a little wider. I couldn't do one pull-up last year. Now I'm banging out like 20. So it's all repetition. It's all repetition. So the calisthenics is key. That keeps your strength up. So I ain't gonna hold you. We've been on for 48 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for coming on, brother. If you're available, same time next week. Um, Blue said he'll be available. I'm gonna triple check with him during the week, so we can get this on because I know he has a very interesting story to tell. He'd have been on today, but he's coming back from the West Coast
Oh yeah.
because he was out there. He was getting it in, man. So let everyone know where they can find you.
You can find me. I mainly post on Instagram. I'm trying to transform over into YouTube, but at New Fat Boy Fitness. NUFATBOI. New Fat Boy Fitness. Just look me up. I'm the only one. Yep.
That's what's up, man. Yo, brother, thank you for coming on. It's my first show, one of many. Um, I look to have a lot of people who are involved in the industry, whether it be bodybuilding. I found the nice jump rope group. The sisters be killing that jump rope, man. So I was talking to a lot of sisters like, yo, please, you got to come on my show, possibly give a demonstration. I'm gonna have a lot of guests on here, man. We're gonna blow this shit up, man. And
That's what's up.
yo, man, I'm making this a movement. LDBC, man. LDBC strong, man. We want to get everybody healthy, man, because you know what? We love y'all, and I don't want anyone going through what I went through, because that shit was scary, man. I don't want anyone being like me. Fuck that. We better, man. We are better, man. LDBC Strong, Drew Titan, New Fat Boy Fitness, Bronx on deck. Yo, we love y'all. Everybody move.
Right. Salute, family.
Yo, text me your phone number before I forget.
All right, I got you as soon as I get off.
All right, family.
All right,
One love,
cool.
y'all. Peace.
Yes, sir.